All right, so this is going to be a little bit of a long story time. So back in 2014, I was in a 3-year relationship with someone who basically took care of all the bills and all that stuff, and I didn't have my own money. We broke up at the beginning of 2015. I had about $400 to my name, along with my possessions and my cats, and I had to rebuild my life. So what I did was I just really gritted and was on the grind. I went back into corporate America. I was living in New York City at the time. I was making $50,000 a year, which in New York City is like poverty. And I could barely even pay my rent. I was borderline gonna file for bankruptcy. I was about $40,000 in credit card debt because I was living off of credit cards basically because I had like no money, especially when I first broke up with my ex. I got into a debt resolution program, and that helped me pay off all my debt in about 4 years. And what I just kept doing was leveling up in my job selection. So my first job, back in corporate America, I was making 50 grand. I stayed there for 2.5 years. And then I moved to my next job where I was making 78 grand. That was a huge jump for me. I stayed there for almost 3 years. By the end of my job there, I was making 81 plus overtime, and I just kept moving up in salary. I decided to move to Boston and to be closer to my family and my friends. I applied for a job here. That salary was 115. So I went from 50 to 78 to 81 to 115. I stayed at that job for about 1.5 years, and in my current role, actually poached me away from my old company. I asked for 140,000, and they said, you know what? We want you here so much. We like you so much. We're going to give you 150. So in 5 years, I went from 50 grand to 150 grand base. I also have a bonus that comes with my salary, and I also make money with social media and TikTok and all my affiliate stuff. So we'll probably close this year making close to 200,000. I would say at least 175. So the way that you have to do it is you just have to grind with work and keep leveling up in salary. It is hard to level up with your salary if you stay with the same company. Stay with the company for about 2 years, build your resume, build your skills, move on to the next company, and bump salary. And always ask for more money than you think they're gonna give you, because 9 times out of 10, they will give it to you and you will get that salary you deserve, sis. Love you, bye.